Sitting here with the hiccups and well, excuse me. See the hiccups, they just won't go away. And yeah, scrolling, going through YouTube, Facebook, and I'm seeing all the Jesus, these hiccups. Going through all the old videos of me, Russo, Casey, I hate hiccups. Shelly, Jontisha, Suni, Aaron, you know? And I'm just thinking to myself, man, I miss my friends. It sucks. I was watching this old video, me talking about how it all started, and I'm going through all my old videos and how like booming, views crazy, engagement. Now, because I had to restart everything, it feels foreign. It does. And I hate it. I like where it's all going. I love the new skills that I picked up with editing and filming. But man, I miss sitting on a podcast style show. Me, Casey, Russo, Shelly, just everybody, right? And we all just had these discussions talking about topics that, you know, affect us, political and otherwise. And I'm angry at Casey and Russo. I am. That's the truth. I'm angry at Casey and Russo, not in a way of like, oh, I hate them, but it's more like I miss my friends. I miss being able to look forward to Tuesdays and sitting down talking about stuff. I mean, it ain't necessarily got to be politics. I think it was just a camaraderie, and I was looking forward to it so much when I was locked. Oh my God, I hate these hiccups. I was looking forward to it when I was locked up, coming home and getting back to doing shows and just hanging with hanging with my bros. And now we don't. We barely talk. And I hate it. I really do. I know everybody's doing their own thing. But having to adjust and like it's like since I got home, everything that I had planned completely shifted. Like I had to rethink. Oh my goodness, excuse me, you guys. Had to rethink everything that I was gonna do. Like everything, my whole life is completely different than what I thought it was gonna be. Not to say that it's bad, because it's great. As far as like being married now and having my family together and everybody gets along, that part is great. But what I thought that I would be doing, like I had my mindset. So when I got home, boom, I'm gonna restart my social media. I'm gonna get a real good paying job, and I'm gonna start my own stuff up, and all these plans. Couldn't get a job to say I still can't. Like I still fill out applications, and I get 0 callbacks, and which I feel like that's God's way of telling me, bro, you're not meant for that. I got something different from you, and I stay patiently waiting and praying to God, like, yo, let it show me what it is. It's gonna be the thing. Because I knew when I got home, it was going to be a struggle, right? I knew that when I came home from prison, it was going to be a struggle to get back what I had, or to even be on the same level of what I was when I first, before I got locked up. To go from, making $10,000 a month to being incarcerated for 3 years, losing everything. Literally, I lost everything. Coming home, starting from scratch. And now, by the grace of God, and I got to give a huge shout out to Dawn and Dan. They're like my parents. They're literally like my God sent parents. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate them because they've helped me out and still help me out. To be where I'm at right now, the stuff that I have and the relationships that's been forged between me and them, my family and them, has been great. So I'm thankful for them. I'm grateful for, the Cindy's. I'm grateful for the Kims. I'm grateful for, the people that are here that have been here. Casey. I'm grateful for Anthony. but I'm nowhere near where I was. You know, I'm grateful for all the people that work with me with Freedom Box from Melaleuca that have signed up with me. And you know, and grateful that they've, you know, made that decision to say, yo, we're gonna support. But also I'm grateful for the ones that I've helped along the way with Melaleuca that have changed their own lives and are seeing a paycheck every month. So that's dope, you know, because really that's what it's about. Anyways, I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking like, man, I knew it was gonna be tough to rebuild, but sometimes though, I gotta tell you, yo, it gets discouraging. It does. Because I'm trying to do it, you know. I'm trying to do it on my own merit of the things that I put into the world, the things that I create, the little commercials that I film, or you know, the new skills of editing and all of that, hoping that, you know, it's gonna take me to where I need to be. Like right now it's paying the bills, but not to where it used to be. You know, I used to be able to take the extra money that I would make. Like when I was making that $10,000 a month, I found the video of when we did like the community day at the park, you know, and I invited everybody to come out, and the mayor showed up and was on the grill with me. We was cooking out for the community, and everybody came. Homeless people came, kids came, grandparents came, mothers, fathers, and they came and we fed them. And I came across the videos of me passing out the blessing bags because we had extra money. So I'm like, okay, let's give to the homeless. And we made these book bags filled with all kinds of supplies for people that was homeless. And I ain't been able to do none of those things. And I feel like that's where my heart lies, is helping people. And right now, like I'm the one that needed help. You know what I'm saying? And thank God that I got it through the people that support, the people that have subscribed to the channel, you know, the people that buy the merch or whatever the case is, or however you contribute, that share a post or that like stuff or comment on stuff. Y'all have definitely helped out big time. But I don't feel fulfilled because I'm not able to help out people the way that I used to. Does that make sense? Like I'm a giver. That's just who I've always been. I like to help people. You know, I like to meet the needs when I see that there's a need to be met. And it pains me a little bit when I go back and look at my old videos and the old stuff that I used to do and how I was able to get out there and really do things for people. And I'm like, man, and I thought about it. I'm like, why do you want more, Cash? Why are you trying to grow so much? Why are you beating yourself up about the way things are? And it's like, because I used to be able to do more for people. You know what I'm saying? I used to be able to get out there and just do more. Whenever I seen somebody that was like parked on the side of the road, how many times I've stopped. That one day I was driving, and this person, I was in Gary, and this dude was driving, and a whole bunch of stuff flew off the back of his truck, like food and stuff just went everywhere, all over the place, boxes and pallets. And we pulled over because I'm like, we can't just let him do this himself. Everybody else kept going past this dude. And I stopped because I'm like, that's the right thing to do, you know? And it didn't cost me anything. And even if it would have cost me, I would have did it, you know? But I stopped and I was able to get out because I had time. I wasn't, you know, I didn't have to worry about crunch time of finishing a video or getting this many things edited so I could have this stuff for next week or any of that. It was just, I had time. I had extra money. I had whatever. So I stopped and I got out and I helped this man get all his stuff back on his truck, and the stuff that we couldn't fit back into his truck because it was packed up the way that it was. And we weren't going to be able to pack it the same way because, you know, they had space, like no space at all to fit anything. So we just was throwing it back in there to get it off of the busy street. And it was Broadway. And I remember just putting all the rest of his stuff in my car. So I had to follow him to his destination. And when we got to the destination, I'll never forget this. We got to this destination and I'm helping him unload the stuff and helping the people. But because I was wearing a Trump hat, because at the time I was doing the politics real heavy and I was campaigning for Trump. And when we got to the place, I remember them people inside that church, because it was a guy that was donating for a church, you know, giveaway or whatever. They gave me the saltiest looks, man, and they couldn't see the good deed that was just done. They didn't know that their guy that was bringing them their stuff dropped everything on the side of the road. Like they didn't even realize that. And that I showed up there just because I was helping them out, and they hated me. Like they did not like me at all. And this was a church. And I offered to help out more. I'm like, hey, how can I donate? Because again, I had extra money. I'm like, hey, how can I donate to help, whatever you guys got going on? And they were like, oh no, we got everything we need. We don't need any of your help. And I was like, dang, but it didn't discourage me. In fact, it made me feel empowered because, I'm like, yo, I'm over here not divided. I don't care that they're a Democrat, or I don't care that they hate my Trump hat. I just want to help them because of the good deed that they're trying to do to help out in Gary because of the homeless and people hungry. And it just made me keep on going. So what I did after that was I made my own blessing bags. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make my own thing. Then if they don't want my help, I got the air. What I was going to give to you all to bless you all to help with this, with the community, I just do it myself and out of my own pocket. And I took it and we made all kinds of bags filled with all kinds of stuff. And people sent in gift cards. All of you guys online, some of y'all sent in gift cards to put inside of there for the homeless people. There were like Subway and McDonald's and just stuff that people could eat. And it was dope. And I've always known that God uses me as a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Between people. It was like that in 2020 when they were canceling everybody and deleting everybody's accounts, and because they disagree with Black Lives Matter coming out to their communities and destroying their communities. And it wasn't even people that was from the community that was showing up. And I spoke out against that where nobody else wanted to. You had, and me being who I was at the time, like I was still pretty street. I was out there still in the hood. Like I was out there. And me speaking the way that I did, I guess, made people feel like they had a voice because they wanted to say what I was saying, but they couldn't even do it because if they did, their work was firing them. If you spoke out against Black Lives Matter at that time and you was white, you was getting doxxed. You was losing your job. Your employer was like, oh, we didn't know that he felt that way, because I guess taking a stance against Black Lives Matter automatically qualified you to be a racist. So I guess that's what really made me explode on the internet. I guess that's when I became like famous at the time. And it was dope because I felt purpose, because I got to talk to a lot of you guys. That was a time when I was letting people come into the lives all the time, just random people. And I was just talking to them and just asking them how they felt. Some of them were scared. It was such a toxic time that some people were scared to show their face on camera. So they didn't show their faces. And I thought that was messed up, man. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to give them a voice. And that's what I decided to do. I'm like, no, I'm going to speak out against this of what's wrong. And then people, remember a lot of people that was Black that didn't know me, where I come from. They were around the country and they started jumping in the chat and they're like, oh, look at this Uncle Tom. Look at this coon. He over here defending white people. Say, Nick, I mean, my bad, y'all. I'm like, dude, this ain't about defending nobody's color. I'm on alive. This ain't about defending nobody's color. This is about standing on what's right and speaking up for what's right, not speaking out against what's wrong, or standing up for what's wrong and speaking out against the wrongs. And it resonated with y'all. It resonated with a lot of people. Like, it was crazy. Like, everything that I did went viral. Do y'all remember that? Every single thing that I did went viral. They started having me on podcasts. They had me on different radio stations around the country. I was on news in different countries, y'all. In different nations, they had me on the news. And it was like, why? And I think what it was the fact that I wasn't a regular Black person speaking out against these things. It was because of my history and my background. I had a whole case that I was fighting at the time, and I was like, street related stuff. And I was like an anomaly, I guess, to them. And then they didn't expect me to do what I did with what I received from them. When I started getting paid to come on stages and paid to sponsored by people to talk about certain things that they wanted promoted, like Our Freedom Book, or, the different websites that I was pushing people to. And they didn't expect me to take that money and do good with it. I think that they expected me to be a nigga with the money that they gave me, and to just go out and start splurging and buying cars and buying houses and all these clothes and all this. And I didn't. I took it. I paid for what I needed for my family and kept them good. But I took that money and I started giving it back to people that was in need, which was unexpected. I look back at it today and think, like, was I crazy? Because I gave away a lot of freaking money, man. There was people that was hitting me up on Facebook and telling me that they was in need, and one lady was homeless in her car with her kids, and she called me and I talked to her, and I don't even remember how much money I sent her. You know what I'm saying? Just so they could have food and get out of their car for a little bit. The people that I met just on the street, like, just gave the money. I literally spent the block to go to the ATM to pull money out and just give money to people. Remember when I went to Cali? Y'all remember that? I didn't like to do the stuff on live. You remember that? I didn't like to do it live. Like when I seen homeless people, I didn't like to put their face on camera. I introduced you to one lady because she said she was okay with it. But that lady we helped out for a long time after that. All the way until I went to prison, actually. I stayed helping that lady. But in California, all the homeless people, do y'all remember that? And I went up to that lady that was laying in the park. They had a whole, and this blew my mind, they had a whole rally going on. And there was a lot of people out there. And there was this lady in the middle of the park, and it was hot. But she had on a sweater. She had on a sleeping bag. She had on, and she looked so rough, like she looked beat down, like life had just tore her up. And I went up to her without waking her up. And I pulled literally all the money I had in my wallet at the time, and I put it in her hand when she was just laying there, and I walked away. And the reason why I was doing all these things, number one, it felt like the right thing to do. And every time I feel like God's putting something on me, this is how I've always been. Even when I was a street nigga, a street dude, you know what I'm saying? I would be out there and I'll be trying to help, right? But anytime I feel God telling me something, I try to listen to it and I just do it. It's kind of like that movie with who was it? Jim Carrey. Yes, just say yes. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. And in doing that, though, handing all of that out, I look back and I'm just like, bro, you might have been crazy, bro. You might have been crazy. And then I check myself and it's like, nah, you're not where you at right now because of decisions that you made before to give away. In fact, I would argue, Cash, that you're blessed right now because of the things that you did back then. You came home from prison. Yeah, you don't got nothing that you had before, but look at what you have right now compared to what you had 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you was miserable, sleeping in a bathroom called a jail cell. You know what I'm saying? You was in prison, bro, around a bunch of people that was just out there. You know what I'm saying? And now you're home, and yeah, it ain't what it used to be, but at the same time, it's beautiful compared to what you just came from. You don't go without. You don't go without. And I'm blessed to say this, but I got people that I could call at any given time, Specifically, I'm gonna name them Dawn, Dan, Russo, Casey, Kim, Cindy, Diane. There's a lot of people that I know that if I pick up that phone and say, hey, I messed up, can you help me? They're gonna say, yeah, and it makes me feel good to have that, but it also makes me feel horrible when I have to pick up the phone to ask for help, because I feel like as a man that's always taking care of himself, I've always taken care of my kids. I got 10 children and I've always gone without to make sure that they have, always. And I hate when there's moments that I can't. I hate when there's moments that I got to pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm in a rough spot. Can you help me? I hate it, but it's the thing that I had to learn, being incarcerated, because all y'all stepped up to help me. A lot of y'all that's watching right now donated to my kids when I was locked up for they can have a birthday party, or that they can have a Christmas, or that they got school clothes, or that my babies got diapers. And it humbled me. It humbled me. But I still find myself today struggling with that. And all of that makes me miss my friends. You know what I'm saying? It makes me miss my friends. It makes me miss Casey and Russo specifically the most. Like, I miss doing shows with them. I miss it taking me away from the thoughts that I be having and the struggles that I deal with inside myself, thinking about the past and the future and all this. I miss them because even when we were doing them shows, like, it was generating. It generated. You might not think so, but creating content and being online and all of that, it is a job. It's not a typical job, but it is a job, and it's paid my bills, before prison and after prison, simply from likes, like likes, shares, comments, engagement. That's how you get paid. Which is why I always be trying to push people to my YouTube, or, I ask people to subscribe if they're on Facebook and all of that, because it does. And I miss doing that with them. You know what I'm saying? I miss creating that content with them because it was natural and it didn't feel like work. What I do now, it does feel like work, like going out and having to frame up shots and think about what I'm going to do or what I'm trying to convey or how am I going to make you laugh or whatever it is, coming up with these ideas and creating content this way, it does feel like work a lot of times. It's fun still, but it does feel like work. Like I got to meet a quota. Facebook has these little weekly challenges that you do, then they push you out more. Same thing with YouTube and but it's all that I have right now. You get what I'm saying? Like this is what I have. So another godsend has been Melaleuca, Freedom Box. You know what I'm saying? And I like pushing that because when I sign people up for that, yes, I get paid, but it also changes their lives for the people that pursue it the same way that I am. But not just that, it also helps them be more healthier and it supports America. These are all the things that I'm about. And people can hate me for it. Like the people that are new on my page don't like the fact that I'm super pro America, but yo, it's our country. I love our country. You know, we'll be mad at me for it. There's a lot of people that are proud Jamaicans. They love being from Jamaica. It's okay if you want to be proud Irish. I'm proud to be an American. I love our country. So it fits my brand. I promote American made and I try to shop American made as much as I can. That's me. And believe me, if I was rich, like financially rich, I wouldn't buy anything from anywhere else. I would support America. And if there was something that I couldn't get from America, well, then that would be, for me being a rich person, right? I would be like, okay, well, we have to meet that need. Let's start a business of these things that are popular that we get from over here and let's make them over here. That would be what I would do. That's my goal eventually. You know, if I ever do get back to where I was at, it's going to be that. It's going to be that. Promote same thing that I do already, American made. But yeah, man, I miss doing all of that. I miss doing all that with Casey and Russo, and they're all doing their own thing now. And I know I'm proud of both of them brothers. Casey does amazing, you know, with his thing that he got going on with X. I miss Free, and Free's a newcomer, I guess, in what we do, but I miss Free. I miss doing shows with Free because Free's dope as well. And yeah, man, I was just sitting. I'm just venting, really. I'm just talking. And yeah, I miss you guys. Casey, Russo, Free, Shelly, you know, I miss y'all. Real talk. Aaron, miss you guys. I miss all of y'all. I miss doing shows together. I really do. We should probably think about doing some more. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up. It ain't got to even be political. We could talk about current events. We could talk about sports. We could anything. It's just the camaraderie. And people enjoyed that when we would come together and do that. The people that followed us, man, they enjoyed just the dialogue between all of us. You know, I want to get back to that. And then to the new people that are out there that are following, and I see a lot of you guys have started up your own pages and trying to do your content thing. I'm welcome to do shows with almost anybody, as long as you're not promoting degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? If you're promoting the gangs, you're promoting drugs, if you're promoting promiscuity and all of that doesn't fit my brand. Not that I don't support you on what you're trying to do. Appreciate that you're trying to create content, but me, I don't do that. Like I don't like to hang out with people that cheat on their wives. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Not saying that anybody does that. I'm just saying that if you do that, then I probably wouldn't want to do a show with you if that's public knowledge and open. Not judging. Been there. I was a cheater. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. But who I am now, it's just it doesn't fit my brand of what I do, what I want to display to the world. So I say all of that to say this. Anybody out there that wants to start doing content, maybe a podcast style. I love talking about conspiracies. We had a really good show going called America's Conspiracy Compass. That one was fun. I really love doing that show. Anybody that can commit to doing it, maybe, once a week, twice a week, that would be dope because I miss it. I miss the camaraderie that happens in that. You know what I'm saying? But I got to say this, if we was to do something like that, everybody's got to put in the work. It just can't be one person. You get what I mean? Like it becomes hard when you're the person that's looking up the stories that you're going to talk about, or designing the thumbnail, or grabbing the music, or finding a video. It has to be a joint effort. We all got to pitch in. You know what I'm saying? So this is a casting call. This is a casting call for anybody that has a computer with a microphone and a webcam. Simple as that. That's it. Microphone, webcam, computer, or laptop. Can't be a phone. Cannot do it with a phone. It's too hard to do. So it's got to be computer with a webcam and a microphone or some type of device where I can hear you clearly and people can hear you clearly. But that's what I want to do, man, because I miss it. I do. I miss doing shows with people, not just my own thing. I hate sitting here right now by myself talking to y'all. I mean, I like it, and I'm glad you guys are listening, but yeah, I want a team. I want a team. And then for anybody that's local around the Midwest, man, or the region, as I call it, the Chicagoland area, anybody in the radius of the Chicagoland area, if you want to get together and also create content together, like on camera, yo, I'm game for it. This is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? I need anybody that's a writer. If you have a gift at writing, you know, and coming up with stories, I need you. I can use a couple other editors. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm getting ready to launch this media company and I need people. You know what I'm saying? I need people to build this thing up, you know? And to everybody out there that's interested in making some money on top of doing a media thing, or if you just want to promote, you know, America and help the American economy and support an American-made brand, I'm here for that too. All right, I can help you, but you got to put in the legwork. I can help you do that. I get paid every month from Freedom Box, every month. I can help you to do the same thing. It's extra income and it's something good, but you got to put in the legwork. You got to be the one to do. I can't do everything. All right. But I really want to get back to making what I was making financially. I want that $10,000 a month again so that I can do more for people around me, as well as my children. You know what I'm saying? But I really miss getting out there and just helping people. You know, I miss that big time from my own pocket, not from everybody else, from my own finances. I want to get back to that, man. So yeah, everybody, I see you in the chat right now. Nikki says, I can write and edit very well. I've published more than a few articles in a local online newspaper. We got to talk. We definitely need to talk because I could use you, man. We could definitely do something. What's going on, Dennis? What's going on, Joe? Hey, Michelle. My man, what's going on, bro? Need to get back to your roots. Everyday Americans need the truth about what's going on in America. You're doing great. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. I ain't really got away from it, right? I ain't got away from my roots. It's not fun to do anymore without Casey and Russo. To be honest with you, it's not fun to do. It's not fun doing it by myself. I feel like maybe it's because it became special. It became like a thing, you know, with them. Like we did that. So now when I do it alone, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't. It just, you know, it feels weird. I like having the camaraderie of my bros with me. Sarah says, I miss y'all doing shows together. I feel you. They thought they could buy you and that would never happen. Stand strong, brother. Yeah, I'll never be bought. You guys remember that too? I made that vow to you. I told you guys in 2020, this is crazy. And I stood true to that to this day. I said that I would never allow nobody to come in and offer me money, like to sponsor me and take away my capability to say what I want to say. I'm always going to say what I want to say. If I don't believe in something, I'm not pushing it. I only push what I believe in. And that's the key to, and I'm going to give a little bit of advice because there's a lot of people that follow me now that are aspiring creators, right? That are trying to make this thing happen. You got to be authentically you, man. You've got to be authentically you. You can't be nobody else. Don't try to be anybody else that you watch. Just be you. And that's how you connect with the people that end up following you. The people follow you because you are who you are. The people that I have here with me right now are the people that enjoy just me. You know, yeah, they enjoy the content that I put out, but the people that tune into your lives are people that just are cheering for you. They're rooting for you because they like who you are. So you got to be yourself. Don't be nobody else. Too many times you see people get on a camera and they start talking and acting like somebody that's not them. And then the people in real life that know you, they're like, yo, bro, this dude playing a character. That's not who he really is. Don't ever do that. You set yourself up for failure and only talk about the things that you believe in. You know, that's another reason why I don't really talk too much about politics the way that I used to, it's because of that. It's like you end up becoming, in the eyes of people, somebody that you're not, because you take a stance towards something that you do believe in, right? Like me, I'm a Trump supporter. I don't go to January 6th events. I don't deal with a lot of J6ers. The reason being is because, number one, I'm my own person. The J6 is not a collective. I don't mesh with everybody that is a J6er, right? And I go online and I see some of them. You'll see them and be like, oh, that's a J6er. Cash is a J6er too, but we're completely different. These dudes have turned into people that, bashing Trump. They hate Trump, which is their right. Do what you do, but they blame him for everything. There's so many people upset right now saying, oh, Trump has just forgotten about the J6ers and he's not going to give us back what we lost. Listen, it's not Trump's duty to give you back anything, man. I want to say that to the J6ers that might be watching. It ain't Trump's duty to give us nothing. He gave you back your freedom. That was within his power to do. It's not within his power to restore your whole life and bring back the things that you lost. That's not on Trump. He gave you the most important thing that you can have back is your freedom. Your freedom. I lost everything the same way you did, bro. I'm out here struggling the same way. But too many of y'all are crying, talking bad about the man, you literally switched up and you sound like Antifa at this point. I don't see a difference. And you spit in his face when he's the reason why you're free in the first place. Some of y'all tripped out over a list, the Epstein list, and saying that Trump is this and Trump is that. Bro, come on, man. And do I agree with everything that Trump has done? No, not at all. But you will never get me to come on here and start bad mouthing him based off of rumors that you can't prove that are true or not true. I'm never going to bad mouth him because the brother's done too much. He's done too much. I got out early because of what Trump did. So even if I don't like something that he's doing, you're never going to get me to come on and bash him because I appreciate the good that he has done. You get what I'm saying? And that will be the smart route for a lot of you brothers. See, and I get what it is. A lot of y'all are trying to become influencers and you're trying to create content. You're trying to get popular on Facebook because people are over J6 and there's no popularity in that anymore for you. So now you got to try to be shocking and polarizing. So what better thing to do than be the J6er that turned on Trump? It's stupid to me. And you're never going to get the audience that you want by doing that. Yeah, you'll get some notoriety. You'll get some notoriety, but it'll be from people that are look at Pam. Look at Miss Hemphill. Miss Hemphill, she switched up everything and now she's just a Trump hater and she hates the J6ers. And that was her shtick, right? That was her shtick for a while. And it worked for a second. And now she's nowhere. She's ostracized by both sides. Nobody pays attention to her. That's going to be you if you go down that path and you're like, oh, let me just be the J6er that just talks crap about Trump now. And I make all these memes about Trump and all these posts about Trump. People are going to notice you, but for the wrong reason. You're going to have the community that's J6, pro J6 coming at you. And then you're going to have the Democrats saying, look at this idiot. You know what I'm saying? So just stop and just be you. If you really want to be an influencer that bad, talk about rebuilding. When you come on a live, talk about how it's been a struggle, rebuilding. Talk about how it's been a struggle getting back to society or whatever. Just talk about real life. Don't do some fake hate and fake rage for Trump because a lawsuit got dropped. Oh, a lawsuit got dropped, so you're not going to be rich now. Nobody ever promised us no money coming home, man. Trump never said, I'm going to make sure that you guys become millionaires when you get out of prison. Hey, baby. My baby woke up over there. Trump never said none of that, man. So that's it. Tom Whitaker, you and Kim. See, I shouted out Miss Kim, but I didn't shout out Tom. So Tom is Kim's husband. Again, those people got a special place in my heart. They've helped me out a lot since I got home. When I first came home, they made sure, to be like, hey, Cash, we're here. We ain't forgot about you. It's been a lot of you guys like that, man. I really do appreciate it. And to the J6ers, like I say, man, look, there's people out there that support you. There is a big community of people that support you and want to see you do good. But when you out here acting a fool and talking crazy for no reason about the president that got you out, Like, I have no respect for that. I respect your freedom of speech to say whatever you want to say, but that's why I don't really come on and talk J6 anything no more. I'm never going to go to a J6 event. I'll go to an event with some of the guys that I love and I'm cool with that are J6ers, but I'll never go to a J6 event with a bunch of dudes that I don't know, I don't trust. I don't know what you was doing prior, and I know that what you're doing now is shady. I won't do that, Miss Rose. I love you, Miss Rose. That's another one, Rose Huff. Rose Huff sent me this chain, I believe, for my birthday, y'all. This right here, I wear it every day. She sent me that. But yeah, man, that's why. So if you guys ever wonder, like, Cash, why don't you ever go into J6 spaces anymore? Cash, why didn't you go to the event that the J6ers are holding? Because I don't get along with all the J6ers, and I don't support all of the J6ers and what they're doing right now with their freedom. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody. Do your thing and get paid however you get paid. Me, I promised people in 2020 that I was never going to switch up from being who I am. And I got to stand true to that. So just because we're J6, that'd be like saying, oh, we got to get we got like how what's his name, Dr. Umar. We need to stand up for each other because we black. No, fool. I ain't got to stand up for nobody that I don't know them. We don't act the same. We not the same just because we're black. It's the same process with the J6s. We are not the same just because we're J6s. We don't think the same. We don't act the same. We don't do the same things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm debating on taking J6er out of my bio on all my social media platforms because it's starting to get embarrassing when I see some of these guys post and some of the things that they're doing. I really don't even want to be associated with J6 no more. It's crazy, straight up. But yeah, that's just my take on it. That's my take. But I do miss I miss my friends, man. I miss my friends. I want to do some shows with you guys if you're ever up to it. And to the people that are trying to create some content that are around me, let's get together. Let's connect. To the people that can do it remotely, if you got a computer and all of that good stuff, man, let me know if you guys want to reach out. My email, my email is Cash Kelly. My name, KASHKELLY, Cash Kelly 2014 at gmail.com. All right. Cash Kelly 2014 at gmail.com. Reach out through email, man, and we could get up and we could talk about doing a podcast, doing a show, whatever, and whatever. It could be about anything. I don't care. I'm a comic book nerd. For everybody that know that, like, yeah, I love comics. I'm a DC and Marvel fanatic. Spawn, all of that. Love Pokemon. I love conspiracies. I'm a family man. I'm turning into a straight up dad, like straight up dad life, ain't it, babe? I'm telling you, man, I'm turning into like a family man, like to the bone. You know, the dads that you used to make fun of. That's me now. That's me now. It's crazy. I went from a street nigga with all different kind of life, man, and now I'm just this guy trying to get back. Would love to see all of them, Cash. Yeah, I know, Rose. I can understand that, Cash, because some of them weren't who they claimed to be to begin with, and now we know. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We do know, and now, but I'm still learning. Like, these people pop up out of nowhere talking about they J6ers, because a lot of us that was locked up in DC DOC got a different kind of bond together, right? We got a different kind of bond than the people that were J6ers that got sent all over the country in jails. The ones that was in DC DOC, we have, and I'm talking about the originals, the ones that all of us that were there from the beginning, not the people that came later. I'm talking about from the very beginning when we was in DC DOC and went through the struggles, not the ones that came later and had it good because of us. I'm talking about the ones from the original DC DOC C2B pod, us. Those are the ones that are my brothers. All right. Those are the ones that, yo, I got you. We here. We all day. You know what I'm saying? The ones after that are now like, I don't even know. They're popping up out of the woodworks and they're all trying to make a name for themselves. And I'm not speaking to everybody, but the ones that I see trying to make a name for themselves, talking crazy, man. Talking crazy. And I'm just like, yo, it's insane. It's insane. So yeah, I'm about to take J6 out of my bio on all my social media platforms, and I probably won't even be discussing it much anymore because I'm over it. And that's another thing I would like to say to everybody. Look, we all lost things. We all lost money. We all lost property. We all lost families. We all had loved ones pass away when we died, or when they died, when we were locked up. We all have losses from January 6th. Okay, all of us. We got to move forward. You have to move forward. It's easier said than done. I get it, bro. I understand, but dwelling on it and just being angry and talking crazy, doing all kind of weird stuff, bro, coming at each other, like it's dumb. Okay, J6 happened. It was an event. It's over. We're free. Let's keep going with life. You know, crying about what you lost ain't gonna bring it back. Put in the work, man. Put in the work. Create again. That's what I'm doing, bro. From scratch, y'all. From scratch, from nothing. 380,000 followers and subscribers gone from one platform. 256,000 gone from another platform. I'm looking at my YouTube channel. Still got 57,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, but guess what? It was I dropped out of the algorithm for 3 years of being gone. So it's basically a new channel. But we rebuild. We rebuild. You don't stay down in defeat. That's when you lose. When you fall, you get back up and then you just keep going. You keep going, man. And people will come around and they'll help you. When people see you trying, that's what happens with me. God be blessing me, man. People see me trying and they're there. Even if it's just to pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm rooting for you. Like Sarah. Sarah's like one of my mentors and friends. I love her to death. She calls just to boost me up and say, yo, what have you been doing? I'm loving your content, but we need to get back to work. You know, you got Freedom Box over here. You need it. We can change your life, Cash. You're stopping and you need to be going further. I see you being this. There's people that will lift you up. You got to be able to use your muscles to get up. Once you hear them start rooting for you and you see them like they're there and they're telling you, hey, I got something for you over here, but I'm not going to carry you there to go get it. You got to get up and you got to walk. You've got to get up and you've got to walk to the destination, man. Get there. Forgive. You hate Trump, man. Yo, forgive Trump. He didn't do nothing but give you your freedom back. You hate the Democrats. Forgive them. They didn't put you in prison. That wasn't them. We made choices. Right or wrong, whatever. We made choices. We all make choices. I don't blame the Democrats for January 6th. I don't blame Nancy Pelosi. I don't blame Trump. I don't blame the DOJ. I don't blame nobody. Life just happens. I made a decision to go there. Things happen, whatever. Were they right? I'm never going to say that. They weren't right because they had their part in creating the situation for you to make the choice to do what you did. But we got to be accountable for our own actions, bro. We decided to go there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, I don't regret going. A lot of y'all online talking about you regret it. And if you can go back, you never would have followed Trump. And, you know, I didn't go there because I was following Trump. I went there because I was standing up for my country in my mind. That was my decision. I was standing up for my country. I was standing up for my rights. That's why I went. You feel me? It's the same thing with you. Trump didn't make you do anything. I see y'all's posts. Trump, I went to January 6th because Trump told us to be there. No, you chose. You made a decision. You can't blame nobody else for the things that you do. Cut that out, man. You made the choice. Be a man about it. Be a woman about it. You made the choice to go because you wanted to go. Okay? And as simple as that. Things happen. Whatever. It's over. We're here now. It's 2025. All right? Let's move forward. Move forward. That's really all I got, man. Appreciate you guys. I'm about to do a video right now of showing off this product, Pre-Spot. Clean my J6 shoes up. I still got them. I wear them, actually. I got the shoes that I went in the Capitol with, and I'm going to clean them up, and I'm going to wear them again. So I'm going to do a video about that, showing you guys the shoes and how I clean them up, what I'm using to clean them up, just because, yeah, I'm promoting Melaleuca, obviously, American-made products, and yeah, that's what I got. Hope you guys like it. Casey and Russo, if you see this, I love you guys, man. I miss y'all. Can we do some shows? Can we get back on schedule? You know, truth to set you free. Can we do it? It's been a while now. I thought Russo was going to be done by now, but not wanting to do the show and just hanging out with Mr. Portnoy, whatever his name is, that freaking weirdo. Can't stand him. He's traded us. He traded us in, Casey. He traded us. He dropped me and Casey so he can go and hang around little Portnoy guy. Weird guy. Hate you, Russo, but I love you. And I miss you. Casey, miss you too. And Free. I know you're new to the whole thing, bro, but I miss you too. I miss doing shows. Can we get something going? Can we do that? Greg, can we get something going? You know? That's all I got. Thank you guys for the love and the support and all of that good stuff. Unite, don't fight, be a street light, because only you can be the change you wish to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, gotta remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. That's a fact. Catch y'all later.